Well, jumping back into Nintendo, I was technically threatened by
Switch
Nintendo
2?
themselves. No, I was threatened by Nintendo themselves. Just kidding, no.
Did he come to you in a dream again?
Mr. Miyamoto.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why my cheeks hurt.
Whoa!
Whoa! We have the first working joke of the season, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah, that was perfect.
Nintendo is love. Nintendo is life. Oh my god.
Alright, let's talk about
Mario, that's the wrong tunnel.
Wrong peach, Mario, wrong peach.
Wow.
They didn't know I'm imagining this scenario.
Don't imagine it. Just talk about Metroid.
Don't make it worse.
Talk about Metroid Prime. Good morning and welcome to your favorite variety news show, the Weekly Roundup, giving you the latest and greatest news in our opinion and for your eardrums. I'm one of your hosts, Vince Vibes, giving you football focus.
Dustin in the morning with unemployment update.
Anthony with Showbiz Spotlight.
Steven as the game guru.
I like that, Dustin in the morning. That's a nice
It feels like
name.
morning to me, because, well, this is my morning. Because I do the unemployment update.
You gotta wake up.
He just rolled out of bed.
I just rolled out of bed. And, I just rolled out of bed too. I'm sure y'all did too. But, you can be employed and roll out of bed, a little later.
Yeah, you can be. There's plenty of self-employed people that are somehow able to keep that workflow going.
And actually, Dustin, you're not going to be unemployed after the end of today.
Don't blow up my spot here on live radio. I'm going to lose all my credibility.
He's a fraud. He's a fraud.
The sponsors are gone.
I know. I'm going to lose G Fuel.
No, Krispy Kreme.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, you show promo code Roundup for a free donut on Free Donut Day every year at Krispy Kreme.
Yeah, definitely true. I've been working at Chris Brown the last couple days at the Raymond James.
Man, I sure do hate that Rihanna, don't you? Yeah, if I ever got my hands on her. I wonder if Chris is listening to this. Probably not, So it's not like I'm ingratiating myself to him yet.
Whoa!
We're getting backstage with this one.
But I asked my good friend here of Unemployment Update, Dustin in the morning, if he would like to come on board and work some days, and he said, "Why not?"
Is that what you said?
That's more or less what happened. And now here I am. I've got work boots on. I'm a little bit out of my element, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we're gonna make it work. It should be fun, to be honest. It's been really hot out, guys. I don't know if y'all been out. I know the Game Guru's been on the games, So, but it's been very, very hot out.
I heard there was record-setting heat.
Record-setting heat, just hitting over or at 100 degrees. And it feels like 117. At least it was yesterday. Yesterday was so bad, I'm just coming off gallbladder removal surgery, if y'all are long-time listeners of the show, or listen to the show.
Just coming off, it's been like 2 months.
Well, it is a month.
A month. I don't know.
And it's my first full week back to work, so yesterday it just hit me with the heat and the nausea, and I was just feeling sick, and my mind was like, let's keep going, but my body was just like, I can't do it. And thankfully I had some good friends out there, shout out Darby, that looked out for me and made sure that I got the help that I needed, and I'm going to come back today. I've been hydrating all day, and me and Dustin are going to rock this event today.
Yeah,
just like Chris Brown rocked them.
Oh.
I told them to stop overselling this job. I'm already going. You don't have to keep selling with the heat stroke stories.
Yeah, my favorite part when he's like, this is going to be a fun time. Anyway, it's blistering hot out there.
Almost died guide yesterday.
Well, see,
Coming back with an even lazier guide today.
We have to keep the.
Raymond James historically does not have a roof, so you gotta feel every inch of that heat.
We have to keep the optimism, you know. Or else, what else do you have?
Well, you know, it's like when the Eagles came down here. It's just too hot on that field.
Hey,
right?
Tell me about it. Anyways, how are you guys doing? How's the internship, Anthony?
It's still going.
Still going?
It's still going. I'm still there.
You're
I go
still
back
there?
tomorrow.
You guys doing all right this year? Turning it around?
We're going down.
Oh no.
But there's still time to
Going
go
down
back
for
up.
real.
It's just the other teams in the division have been winning back-to-back games, and you can't do much about that.
I hate to see it.
You hate to see it.
And what about you, Steven? How's that math class going?
Just got on my third test and thank God I passed.
Yeah, good job, Steven.
I just got my final and at least I'll be done with that first math. Then I gotta do another one afterwards. But I'm gonna leave that for the spring.
Well, you're taking the same class I took, so don't feel too bad because I'm the worst person in the world at math and I passed it. So
There you go.
I believe you can pass that class.
We are all math experts here, if you can tell.
math elites, actually.
Math
Yeah.
elites, you know.
The best of the best.
The best of the best, the elites. The math elites.
Oh man, come on! Don't start comparing us to the elites. That harkens back to half my segments.
I thought we were
legends last week.
And moguls the 2 weeks beforehand, right?
What else do we have left?
Yeah.
What are the titles are there?
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been
What other
doctors
titles can we
yet?
use?
Have we been doctors yet?
Yeah, I've been a doctor
That's
since
true,
I
right?
graduated.
You
Well,
did
I'm
psychology, right?
a psychology PhD, so that's
Wow.
I don't know how to medically treat people, but I can treat the mental illness that comes after their injuries.
We've joked about this on the Discord call. If a RoboCop can be a doctor, anybody could be a doctor, you know.
Yeah, he puts you in the hospital, he takes you to the hospital, he fixes you,
You're right.
puts you out in the street, puts you back in the hospital again.
Shout out Dr. Peter Weller, actor of RoboCop. But man, we have a good show for you today. Today, boom boom, I got 2 Law and Order stories, kind of.
Ooh.
Well, I won't spoil too much. So I'll let Football Focus spoil the details. What about you, Dustin?
Well, I'm also going to play my cards close to the chest, but trust me, I will be providing stories that are both insightful and engaging to our target audience.
The unemployed.
Maybe
correct.
we'll just continue the conversations from last week. I don't even have any excuse. I just didn't do my homework.
Well, last week we unfortunately were cut off short, so that's good to keep going. Fantastic Four was released. I did see it that night.
Fantastic. Leave it at that.
Yeah, I'll leave it at that. What about you?
We got 2 games to talk about. We're going to talk about Dying Light, a supposedly was a DLC but turned to its own separate game, and Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. More coming up to my
All
segment.
right, I've actually heard of that game. This will be.
All right, it's like 2 for 2. Let's go.
All right, when we come back, it's Football Focus, but like we said, it's getting hot out there. So here's a temperature by Sean Paul. And we're back with Football Focus. Dun dun. We got a Law and Order focus, actually, because we're going to be focusing in on 2 stories here. One that actually broke news last night, so we'll hit it first.
Hold on. Do you guys want to guess which Law and Order this is? I immediately thought SVU, but I'm hoping it's not the case.
I think SVU is probably the correct answer.
What's another one? Criminal Intent is another one, right? There's also is there just Law and Order? See, I pitched this idea and I don't know my Law and Order.
Yeah, I only know
ESPN
SVU
and Shannon Sharpe have officially parted ways. This has come from a couple of weeks after Shannon Sharpe settled a multi-million-dollar sexual assault lawsuit. Sharpe has been absent from ESPN's First Take since April, when the lawsuit was filed by a former girlfriend who accused him of and sexual assault. Sharpe forcefully denied all the allegations at the time, calling them false and disruptive, and has stated his intention to return to the show for the start of the NFL preseason. The NFL, however, after a private settlement which was reached on July 18th, ESPN made the decision to sever ties with the Hall of Fame tight end. According to sources, the network move was handled behind the scenes, and while there's been no public comment from ESPN, it's clear the network has chosen to move on. Now, this ends a brief run with Shannon Sharpe and ESPN. He served as co-host on First Take with Stephen A. Smith for the 1 year. It was a role he took after he publicly departed from Undisputed. You know, he had that beef with Skip Bayless after they ran their show for years. And, I think tonight is the first preseason game. It's the NFL Hall of Fame game. I gotta check my sources real quick. Someone check that real quick. I'll check it real quick.
Everyone's just looking around. Whatever.
Jamie, can you get on that?
Yeah. NFL
I was gonna ask. I feel like Shannon Sharpe's been in some hot water recently.
It's today at 8 p.m. Chargers versus Lions. So that's he was supposed to come back for the preseason. Unfortunately, it seems that's not the case. What is next for Shannon Sharpe? We don't know. I mean, he does have two popular podcasts with Club Shay Shay and Nightcap. You know, they've brought in very famous moments into pop culture scenes in the last couple years with the Cat Williams thing and a couple other interviews that Shannon Sharpe has had.
I mean, it makes sense. I feel like a lot of people fall back onto podcasts these days.
Yeah. And especially kind of that's already what he was doing on air. Like, you know, you gotta think these sports shows on ESPN are really just podcasts. But, you know, for older generations or people that just want to watch ESPN on the channel.
Pretty much.
And this situation is a reminder of how quickly things can change in the public eye, especially with high-profile media personalities. I guess even though the legal drama was a civil suit and a private settlement, it clearly was a deal breaker with the network and showed that he was guilty in some sorts. I mean, we'll see what Shannon Sharpe does next. Unfortunately, his name is kind of now tarnished, but a lot of times people can, you know, pick themselves up and be able to.
I mean, I think he'll be fine. Like you said, he has those two podcasts, which are probably bringing in more money than ESPN was paying him anyway. Guilty was kind of crazy. He's not even really guilty in the court of public opinion. He's guilty in the opinion of the ESPN board.
Yeah.
You know,
that's true.
I think if you go to the comments, I haven't really been looking too much, but I bet if you go to the comments, everybody isn't against him.
No, I'm sure everybody's not against him. Like, he's a Hall of Fame player. He's somebody who's changed not only the game, but sports media with being such a prolific personality. You know, it's kind of sad to see the situation unfold. It sucks to see people that you always thought were great personality, fun people to watch, maybe, you know.
Yeah, turn out being something else.
Yeah.
Even like.
Oh my God! It's the ghost of Kevin Spacey.
Oh no!
Oh my God!
Oh. Anyways,
we're really pushing these bits, aren't we? We're really grasping at straws, aren't we?
Well, those are called Easter eggs for the real fans.
Oh, that's not really an Easter egg if you point it out. So Kevin Spacey, I'm supposed to be hiding every episode. You can't just go, there he is. It kind of defeats the purpose, don't you think?
No, you have multiple Kevin Spaceys. One obvious one, but then you got to blend them into the paint too. You're like, oh, is that light switch Kevin Spacey?
That's cool, buddy. You want to talk about you taking over the editing responsibilities after the show, or what?
You did a really good job. So.
Diving into the next big story that's shaking up the NFL, it's out of Las Vegas, is the stunning release of defensive tackle Christian Wilkins. Wilkins was the crown jewel of the Raiders free agent class just a year ago, signing a massive 4-year, $110 million contract. But his time in the silver and black has been cut short dramatically. The official word from the Raiders is that Wilkins was released because he failed to provide a clear path of plan for his future return to play from a broken foot he suffered in Week 5 of last season. This put him on a physically unable to perform list to start training camp, and tensions reportedly escalated over a disagreement about his rehabilitation. The team apparently wanted him to undergo a second surgery, which he refused after getting multiple medical opinions. Now, where it gets kind of complicated and ugly is the Raiders are attempting to void the remaining $35 million in guaranteed money on his contract, which had led Wilkins to file a grievance with the NFL Players Association. It's going to be a long legal battle that could have huge implications for player contracts and teams over medical decisions over their body. But there's more. Reports from sources like Adam Schefter have added a wrinkle to the story, suggesting that a locker room incident may have been the final straw. According to reports, Wilkins playfully kissed teammates on the head, and one teammate was offended enough to file a complaint with the Raiders' Human Resources Department. Which, while the team hasn't officially linked the two events, it certainly doesn't help with the situation and their already strained relationship. So, where does this leave things now? The Raiders are moving on. Head coach Pete Carroll,
as expected.
Yep. Stated the team is focused on the season ahead, while Wilkins is a free agent, but his injury and the drama surrounding his release may make him a tricky signing. We're talking about a guy who's also one of the best defensive tackles in the league, though. And, and if he can get healthy, he can be a great player. There's a reason why the Raiders paid him $110 million for 4 years. So, and then on top of that, with that money, if he fights with the grievance complaint and he wins the settlement, he might not want to play again. He's given so much money. He's why risk your body? Be put on the line.
Yeah, after that, he can just retire and just be happy for the rest of his life.
So, we'll be keeping an eye on this grievance process, and if there's any breaking news, we'll be the first ones to tell you. And we'll see what happens with Wilkins and if he decides to play again. But that was pretty much the story there. If y'all have any thing you gotta say.
So what do you think, guys? Is it that gay to kiss the homies on the forehead? Is it $35 million and losing your job worth a gay? It's just kissing the homie on the forehead.
And sometimes you just need some emotional support.
Maybe he thought the players needed some support. Good job out there.
Yeah, come on, man.
You gotta think it's gotta be like a big name player on their team.
Oh yeah,
too, right?
Yeah. He's not. Yeah, it's definitely somebody who's like, who does this guy think he is?
Right. It's not a practice squad player. Right.
No.
Baseball, they're always grabbing some behind. That's like typical locker room behavior. That's fine.
I said that last night. Yeah.
So,
another thing we need to question: this guy who got kissed on the head, was he bald? Because if so, even less leg to stand on. Maybe he thought it was good luck.
I don't know.
I think you rub something to look like good luck. Just
like the Blarney Stone.
Oh my god.
Well, officially the Raiders say they released him because of the injury and the lack of plan, and the lack of taking the second surgery. But if this harassment claim plays a bigger part into it, and either team can somehow prove it in a way that helps them or hurts them, it could be a big mover in what happens in the grievance complaint.
I'm not gonna lie though, I think the team might be cooking with firing him about the foot thing, because I don't know, man, they're paying you $100 million. If they say get another foot surgery, maybe get another foot surgery. Because if you don't, it really does look like, well, no, just pay me, and I'll get better on my own time, and I'll do what I feel like.
But if you also got medical opinions that told him otherwise. Yeah. But
it depends.
It really depends.
Yeah, well, who's their doctor? Who's his doctor? Did he come in and say, I've been watching YouTube, and this lady, Carolyn Crystals on YouTube told me, really, surgery's not the move. In fact, I should just rub some juniper oil on it. That's still a medical opinion, but not really as good.
That is true. Well, we'll have to see how this turns out, but that's pretty much it for Football Focus. When we come back, it'll be the game guru. But if Christian Wilkins wins that grievance complaint, he'll get a lot more money. Here's Got Money by Lil Wayne and TV. Go ahead, Steven. Take it away.
I smell something. I smell something cooking today. He's ready. He's ready. He's ready. You ready? I see you ready, my boy.
I'm ready.
See, now he's got to take the time to set it back up.
What are you doing?
Alright.
Can you smell what game? Spain Congratulations. Welcome back to another Game Guru session. And we got something today, my boys.
One day the table just could have.
You know what? The last day of this, I'm gonna chuck this out of the window. Oh God! Check it behind him.
Chuck it out the window.
Just say, like, which window?
Yeah, we're surrounded by windows.
We are
We're being
surrounded by
fishbowl.
I have options at least, so that's good.
He's got options, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. We all know about Dying Light, right? The first one, the DLC that came with the first game.
Yeah,
I know.
And
And the
Dying
second
Light
game.
and the second game, Dying Light Stay Human. Well, we are coming back, tentatively speaking, to the first main protagonist of Dying Light, Kyle Crane. He is back in Dying Light, the Beast.
He dies in the first one, right?
Spoilers.
Technically speaking, but
Can someone explain Dying Light for someone who hasn't played it?
That's a 12-plus-year-old game.
yeah.
Pretty much like a CIA guy is running around some city that has a bunch of zombies doing like double agent stuff while
Yeah.
also I
It's
think
like
being infected as a zombie, but he has to like keep taking anti-zombie drugs.
So you take an open world zombie game like Dead Rising.
Add parkour with it.
Yeah, and add Mirror's Edge.
That's literally the game. I tried to play the first one. I got motion sick
What?
multiple
Really?
times. Yeah, it was.
I played it on Switch where it's extra blurry, so maybe that kind of acclimated me to it.
One of my friends who did play the first game completely said, "Yeah, you gotta feel a little bit motion sick in the beginning." So I
didn't. I played the game.
Maybe some people it's different. So maybe I'm just one of those
Turn off
unlucky
motion
ones.
blur.
I'll go say that's usually an option, right? But maybe not for a 12-year-old game, but that's usually an option, right? You can turn off motion blur.
I have motion blur off.
Turn on motion blur.
Are you like shaking your screen as you're playing? I'm confused. How do you get yourself sick if you have motion
Do you
blur?
have a 40X chair?
It's
He's
just
just on one of those flight trainers where
Like, zombie blood just splattering.
it's just Arby's sauce.
Dying Light the Beast continues on again to Kyle Crane, who was captured by a person called the Baron, who experimented on Kyle through horrible experiment. He did escape at one point, but still bearing with the scars. Remember the first game he was bitten.
Mm-hmm.
Now the DNA really kind of shaped into more a human half zombie. So
We got that steroids. Zombie steroids.
And hence the game, he's trying to contain the beast.
Oh yeah, I know a thing or two about steroids.
You got your workout for again.
You guys don't realize I hold all the power. I could just not do it.
Fair enough. That's fair.
We don't negotiate with terrorists. If you don't want to do it, you're just gonna watch the views dwindle away.
Let me tell you something, brother.
What views?
If I'm gonna inject steroids into my arm, brother, I'm gonna do it, brother.
Dude,
And if it makes me into a mutated zombie, brother,
Far too soon.
then so be it, brother.
I'm not doing any of that this time.
Hey, that's fair.
That's disappointing, brother.
That's fine.
Oh no.
Go ahead and take over for everybody.
But yeah, this game will be released in September 19th, 2025.
Whoa.
And
That's this year.
they did show some gameplay upon it. I don't know if it was in the Xbox Showcase
I don't
or
remember.
Summer Game Fest, because I know the game was announced twice, but I've seen some gameplay and it actually looks good. Just typical stuff. It's more, you are introduced with more weaponry instead of more melee. You actually
More
have
guns.
more
Yeah,
guns.
that's good. You didn't get to use your guns
Right,
enough at all.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was very scarce.
Yeah, because if you use the gun, you're gonna attract the zombies.
That too. Yeah.
So-
There's no bullets. Always
Right.
like you're always trying to lock-pick a police car to get like 3 bullets.
You ain't wrong on that. But
You ain't wrong on that.
I almost finished the game.
Surprisingly, this game was meant to
So
be
close, yet so far away.
Now I know how it ends, so I'll just have to play the beast.
Like I said, surprisingly, this game was meant to be a DLC for Stay Human, for Dying Light 2, but it was in a way supposedly leaked, so it's its own separate game. But if you have Dying Light 2 Stay Human Deluxe Edition, you get the game for free. So you don't need to buy the game. So
it's kind of like, do you remember when Far Cry 3 made, it was its own game, it was Far Cry 3, like Blood Tiger?
Yeah, Blood Dragon, the like
Dragon.
80s action movie.
Yeah.
Or it's kind of like, it was
Better than
definitely
the
a
original game.
DLC for the game, but they made it into its own thing.
That's what the same thing goes with Primal, Far Cry Primal.
Oh.
Yeah, it was what, like Far Cry 4 is like they
it was
just
meant
took
to
them
be
out.
like a DLC, and
They keep selling us these full price games that are as good as DLCs.
Yeah.
Like, just stick to the plan or spend another few years and make a whole game, but they won't.
Yeah.
They won't.
They won't. It's gonna be like
What makes
12 hours.
money?
especially if you say it's Ubisoft. It's Ubisoft specifically.
Oh, is it?
Ah.
I don't know if Ubisoft made Dying Light. I didn't even bother checking the company. So.
Yeah, I don't
But
think so.
for
It doesn't
Ubisoft,
strike me as a Ubisoft game.
No, I think
Yeah,
it's
it seems
the
a
same one
little
that made
too
Crisis
Yeah.
or like Crytek.
I don't know. I don't know company in general. I didn't really pay attention much to when the loading screen for the.
You're
first-
a gaming journalist.
Yeah. Yeah.
Steven.
And I feel shame upon it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Techland produced. It also produced Call of Juarez, and the Dead Island games.
Okay.
So that makes sense.
Yeah.
I like the Dead Island games. They were fun.
I'm currently playing the second one.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's a fun game.
It's just hilarious.
Yeah, it is funny. I played it with my fiance because it's co-op. So it's a fun game to play with a friend or,
Or anyone, even with random.
Oh, okay. See, I was blanking on it. This is the game where the sequel came out like 20 years after the fact or something like that. Maybe not 20 years, but like people were really teased the second game and it took years for them to finally
Dead
make it.
Island, yeah.
Okay.
Because they made Dead Island and then Dead Island Riptide, which again was supposed to be a DLC for Dead Island that they just turned into a second game. And then, like you said, it was so long. They dropped that trailer.
Yeah, I always saw the trailer. And
that really hyped people up with the family at the vacation place and like. It was really sad or whatever, and then they just took years.
Yeah, to this point, for like multiple decades. To this point.
It was up there with like Half-Life 3, saying like it's coming.
Yeah,
it's coming.
And it finally came.
Or GTA 6, because how long did GTA 6?
At least they didn't turn into a VR game like they did Half-Life 3. Oh, you want Half-Life 3? Oh, you have Half-Life Alyx.
Wait, I didn't even know they actually ended up making Half-Life 3. And it's just a VR game.
It's not, but it takes place like the same universe.
It's Half-Life Alyx. It's like a full-fledged game built in VR. It's like
I feel like that's kind of stupid.
Okay. I mean, they're trying to get people to buy their VRs, you know.
And I have one, and I would recommend it. And whenever it's like on a Black Friday sale, I think it's definitely worth a Black Friday price or a deal. I have the MetaQuest 3S and some great games on there.
I want to get it.
Yeah, the VR Assassin's Creed game is a lot of fun. The VR Batman Arkham game is a lot of fun and worth the time to get into.
I want to play FNAF Help Wanted 1 and 2.
You're a FNAF guy. Okay.
I'm hyped for the second movie. So.
Interesting. But go into your second story.
Alright. We're jumping back into Nintendo. I was technically threatened by
Switch
Nintendo
2?
themselves. No, I was threatened by Nintendo themselves. Just kidding, no.
Did he come to you in a dream again?
Mr. Miyamoto.
Yeah.
No, so that's why my cheeks hurt.
Whoa!
Whoa! We have the first working joke of the season, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah, that was perfect.
Nintendo is love. Nintendo is life. Oh my god.
Alright, let's talk about
Mario, that's the wrong tunnel.
Wrong peach, Mario, wrong peach.
Wow.
I'm imagining this scenario.
Don't imagine it. Just talk about Talk about Metroid Prime.
Alright,
Metro Prime 4 Beyond. Samson, son of
Mario.
Samson suddenly finds herself teleported into a greenery of an ancient jungle, exploring the mysterious plan to find your way home. That's the premise that I could find upon it.
I like to correct myself. I think it said Samson. It's Samus. I think I read Samson, but it's Samus.
Hey, I got confused, dude, from the name too. I'm like, Samus? Is that really her name? But
well, I knew her name was Samus. I just when I looked over for to like take over, I instinctively said Samson. But yeah, it's Samus.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, go ahead. I'm sorry.
This game will be launched at the end of 2025, of course, for the Switch 2, of course.
Okay.
For my head, for these type of games, like these main games, we had Donkey Kong Bonanza, we had Mario Kart. Imagine they're gonna do another Mario game soon, based on it, or or like make a Switch 2 version like Mario Wonder or something like that. I imagine because there's, again, the Switch 2, and when the Switch 1 came out, we have Smash Brothers Ultimate. So I imagine soon there's going to be another Super Smash Brothers that I actually might be hype about if they keep lining up the games like this. Because again, Pokemon Legends AZ is going to be in the Switch 2. So lining up on this, but yeah. I am hyped for this game because Metroid Prime is a really good game series.
They've been hyping this one up for a long time too, right? This is a game that's been been
in the works,
right. Development hell, as they call it.
Yep.
So yeah, I should be excited for Nintendo Switch 2 fans.
So is this is like the other ones that is like what is it, like a side scroller where you're rolling around?
No, it's like the other one, the first person shooter.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm with you, Dustin. The only Metro game I played was a 2D side scroller.
The one on the Wii was a first person one. And it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I had a Wii as a young age.
I'm calling it now a big open world where there's a bunch of little waypoints you have to go to.
It's just Far Cry.
Yeah.
That one, yeah.
I mean, they already did it with Mario Kart. I don't know what they did with Donkey Kong. That's probably a big open world, bunch full of banana tunnels too.
Banana tunnels.
Donkey Kong Bonanza is just like Mario Odyssey. You just gotta go to a waypoint. So it's the same thing.
Bruh.
You can do like side quests and all that stuff.
You gotta appreciate the genius though. I bet what they do is they make one game engine, just Nintendo open world game engine, and then they just like change the textures and it's a different game now. We turned the Mario Kart into a Donkey Kong, and now we put bananas here, and it's a whole new game, guys. Give me another $90.
Money.
Not everything needs to be open world.
No. Way less things should be, honestly.
Oh, good. The moment you did that, like, I just Mr. Krabs immediately.
Mr. Krabs, yeah.
But
go ahead.
Anything else?
I will say this.
Go ahead, say it.
I consider getting the Switch 2, but again, low price. This game is worth it because I've seen the Metroid Prime games.
I mean, we're basically in August. It's just at this point, just wait for like the holidays.
I'm still waiting for that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wait for Black Friday, if not for this Christmas. The prices are gonna be lower.
Hopefully, that's what you hope to think. Usually with brand new things, they wait a year before they put them on Black Friday deals.
Yep.
So.
That's why I'm gonna cry in the corner with a bucket of ice cream, and that's it.
Well, I don't think you should.
Well, I mean, you only have to buy like $9 of ice cream. You could have bought the game, so.
Right. If you collect all the money you spent on ice cream in your lifetime, you could have maybe had enough for half of a Switch 2.
Well, when we come back, it'll be unemployment update. But Nintendo seems to be selfish with all this money grubbing. Here's "Selfish" by Slum Village, John Legend, and friend of the show. And we're back.
Build the swordfish on the swordfish nose.
No waste.
We only talk about the most important things in between songs.
Breaking news: we revolutionized the kebab.
Come on down to my new food truck where I'm serving swordfish pieces on the swordfish nose as a kebab. About $500 because we do have to use an entire swordfish, so bring your friends.
But no waste.
Don't boycott us, PETA.
I think they would have anyway.
Yeah.
If you do,
Your mother, that's what.
Whoa!
Steven's coming in hot this
Steven is
episode.
coming in spicy.
Being that we only cater to the unemployed, there are probably a lot of PETA activists listening in.
They're outside like egging some Whole Foods or something.
That's the irony.
All right. I saw one that was like, oh, the coconuts from the Whole Foods are inhumane, but they're outside breaking all the coconuts in front of the store.
I love it when people do that. I love it when people buy a product and then destroy that product and tell the company, I'll show you.
Right. Like,
thanks for buying something.
Thanks for buying
the product that you destroyed.
And then wasting food and stuff that could be used.
I like it when they do it with like shoes. It's like, so not only did you buy a product, but you took it off the market. That's not even a used one out there now, so you just got us more sales.
Right. Yeah, you just made it even rarer.
Yeah.
And made him anyways. So
genius. So speaking of genius, it's time for the smartest episode in local radio, the unemployment update. But before I get too into it, because again, I got a captive audience of people with time on their hands, and I think that's what we kind of that's what we look for, right, as podcasters. Well, if you enjoy our fun little podcast, right from the heart of Ybor City, I'd like to shout out another one that a friend of mine, Max Herman of Tampa Bay Tours here in town, has recently started. First episode, I think, is up now. If not, it'll be up throughout the week. It's called the Ybor Muda Podcast.
Nice. Shout out, Matt.
Where could you find it?
Well, you can find it on Spotify.
We should put our stuff on Spotify.
Yeah, we probably should put our stuff on Spotify.
Well, get on that, you guys.
Also check.
Or we just have to isolate the audio files and just put them on.
Editor, get on it. But
I edit video, not audio.
Yeah, check on Spotify. Maybe plug it into YouTube too. I'm not sure if it's up there yet, but any good podcast should be. It's a deep dive into the weird characters in Ybor City's history, interviews with current residents, and their own weird stories. Emails, call-ins from locals who want to send their own weird experiences are all available. So check it out, guys. Ybor Muda Podcast at Ybor Center Hour of Fun.
Nice. You can also shout out us. You can listen to us on YouTube at the Weekly Roundup _1.
That's at the Weekly Roundup _1.
Well, eventually, you can just look up the Weekly Roundup, but we're not quite
eventually.
there.
It doesn't even work on my search engine to do that still.
So, it's a little unfortunate, but we're getting there. And you can also listen to us live if you on HCC Hawk Radio. .com.
I guess this is for the YouTube viewers. Yeah, if you want to listen to us live.
Take that .com, keep it, don't assault anyone with it, and put it into the URL.
I'm not allowed to say that anymore.
You have to retire his fish.
You have to retire the fish.
Well, no, you can actually still use the fish if somebody were to look on hawkradio.primo stream, and don't do that. Assault somebody with a fish if they do that.
I'm getting pretty good at it. I'm good.
Is that what you're going for?
Yeah.
That sound?
Yeah, got that soundboard.
I'm just going to start doing my own.
So I got rapid fire.
An octopus. Oh, that could be. Maybe you get a mantis shrimp or a pistol shrimp.
Oh, but an octus has more arms. You can hit more people with it at once.
That's true. But do any of us know 8 people?
I barely know 2.
Exactly.
Or,
I'm an unknowable enigma.
Oh.
You just fade on my imagination.
Exactly.
None of us are real, Steven. You've been making it up the whole time. You're actually in the Tampa Mental Hospital and you need to wake up right now. Alright? You've been going through extensive medical treatments and this is not a joke.
It wasn't your fault.
This is not a joke. This is not a joke.
Anyway, go ahead.
Anyway, sorry.
Speaking of jokes, here's a pretty wild news story that came out over the week. Much has been said in different circles, right, about the national debt, right? People would say, America has all this debt. We need to do something about it. Whatever can we do? Well, the IRS, the government, they've come up with a fun little way that any regular citizen can pay their part and help us pay down that national debt. Now, I know what you're thinking. Taxes? No. They set up a Venmo.
Well, yes, those are going to get increased.
And now you can just Venmo the government money for them to pay down the national debt. What do you guys think about that? I think that's an innovative
Is it a tax
sort of
write-off?
solution.
I was about to say, is that a tax
Is donating to the national debt a tax write-off?
If anybody is a bureaucrat listening, which is basically unemployed, go ahead and call in. And let us know if it is, because I'm getting this from Rap TV, so they're not getting into the tax write-ups.
That national debt's not too high, right? We'll get that figured out real quick, right?
Yeah,
No,
it's only in the trillion.
Yeah, that's a made-up number.
You know,
actually.
I feel like it's kind of a made-up thing.
Made-up number.
Who do we owe money to?
Right.
All right, come get it. Like, we don't owe anybody any money.
Just print out more money. Are you stupid? Like,
if anything, everybody owes us money, and we're never getting it back.
Yep.
Now, I'm going to pivot a little bit, and I'm going to actually talk about a story that we broke live on air last week.
Brother.
That's absolutely right. The untimely passing of WWE legend Hulk Hogan. Well, here we are, just about a week later. Hulk Hogan's superfan, Roddy Hogan, died on the same week as Hulk Hogan. So I guess that, they say sometimes that'll happen to, to old couples, right?
Right.
If you love something a lot and it goes away, sometimes you can just die of a broken heart. Now, we don't know for sure what happened here, but that is a pretty strange occurrence, right?
Yeah. He also apparently a week before his passing called Waiter the N-word. So
well,
that's expected. That's expected.
he knew it was coming. He was just trying to get it out.
Yeah, he had that last one in the tank, and he wanted to make sure, that's it. Right?
whoa!
That's what I said.
Let me let it out, brother. R.I.P. Rodney Hogan.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Hogan.
Hulk Hogan. Even though through all of his things, he can't defend himself now, as Dustin says.
That's the thing is he really can't defend himself now. Because we could also talk about how supposedly he snitched out.
Jesse Ventura.
about a union, and now he would end up being the only one that got rich. I mean, there's a lot of things you could say about the guy, but there's nothing. It's not very classy. So now
his own daughter won't speak to him anymore.
Well, she also doesn't want to get any of the money from the will.
Yeah, so it's just you can't speak on it anymore.
It's both too late and too early, right? There's definitely a time at which you can bring up the wrongdoings of the dead, but it's not in the same week that they died, or I guess a week and a couple hours later now.
Yeah.
But again, due to time constraints, I'm gonna move on. So I'm gonna pass it over to Anthony of Showbiz Spotlight. Anthony, what have you got for us?
Well, if you tuned in at the start of the episode, I have absolutely nothing. I forgot to do my homework.
Nice.
So,
our fans have come to expect nothing less.
Saving face here. Do you guys want to continue the Superman conversation?
Oh yeah,
if not, we can move
Superman,
on to Fantastic Four.
And we can talk about Fantastic Four. I don't know how much we got into Superman last week. I don't really remember the segment.
I think outside of just saying we watched it and liked it, I don't think we got too deep into the weeds.
I now have watched both movies, Superman and Fantastic Four, the two big superhero movies of the summer. I can say without a doubt that Superman was the better movie out of the two. I liked Fantastic Four. I didn't love it. I loved Superman. I walked away from Superman feeling like this is such a great, awesome,
You walked away with a new personality?
Right, I walked away yeah, exactly.
Starts ripping shirts off to reveal other shirts.
Right. I felt like Fantastic Four, while it was a good superhero movie, just felt like an average, normal movie.
Yeah, it wasn't the big thing. Okay, what can I make it different compared to?
Right. Yeah, and you kind of have to see Fantastic Four in IMAX. I did see it in IMAX, so if you do see it.
Is that for the Galactus thing?
For Galactus, it does really put in perspective how Galactus is, and you can tell that they spent all their money on the Silver Surfer and Galactus.
Yeah.
I have a question for you, because you didn't see it, Steven, right? No, okay, so I have a question for you. So I'm really behind on Marvel movies. I think the last one I saw might have been the last Spider-Man movie. Let me ask my question, please. Because I feel like, you know what I'm going to ask. Is this a movie is it a good standalone movie?
Yes. So this is what I knew you were going to ask that. That's what I was going to say. This movie, you have to know absolutely nothing. You can walk into this movie completely blind. out of all Marvel continuity and still enjoy the movie.
Yeah.
The only thing would be the post-credit scene that obviously sets up what's going to happen in the future.
Up next
Avengers Doomsday, but the first movie is Spider-Man Brand New Day, but it does set up Doomsday. I'm not going to spoil too much about the post-credit scene.
I seen the clip.
Well, we're not going to spoil it on air.
We're not going to do it on air.
Speaking of which, Superman had 2 post-credit scenes, and they weren't
nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. I think the post-credit scene kind of forces you in a bubble in a way, because by putting that at the end, you kind of have to set it up, or it kind of feels lackluster. There's post-credit scenes in the Marvel Cinematic Universe that either never have gotten used, Scorpion at the end of Homecoming, Eternals as a whole, that entire movie finally just got talked about, in a little, barely, in Captain America Brand New World. And we're kind of seeing a spot where, these post-credit scenes may hurt the movies more than help, and I think James Gunn going forward doesn't want the big reveal or the post-credit scene that really could have happened in Superman actually happens at the end of the movie.
Oh, I know sorry about that.
When Crypto is revealed that it's not really Superman's dog.
That's not really a spoiler. I mean, they announced the movie. Yeah.
So that's really the post-credit scene, and I think that's what we should do. If you're going to do something like that, if you have a set thing, you should put it in the actual movie. But honestly, we should kind of step away from having movies connect, and kind of continue this kind of world like Superman, like Fantastic Four first steps,
or for Batman,
they feel like comic book storylines where you don't have to know everything in the comic universe to be able to enjoy this storyline from front to back.
At the end of the day, they're all gonna connect. For example, the Justice League, when they do the DCU version of the Justice League.
It's gonna all connect, but I hope they continue the thing where it's you don't have to watch the other movies. There'll be other little nods that'll be nice if you do, but they're in its own connected story, its own.
Do you think this is a case of just they've done it so much that you're kind of just sick of it? Because I'll be honest with you, when the first Avengers, with Avengers and stuff, seeing the post-credit scene and seeing the teaser of oh my god, this character is going to be included into this world, that was pretty hype initially.
Great, but the issue is they had a 10-year plan with that. They had a whole.
They were prepared. They had the writing ready.
They don't have a plan. They're giving it to multiple writers, multiple directors, multiple movies that are all supposed to connect, but they're also these directors' own visions, writers' own visions, and some things don't end up continuity issues. You're forcing yourself into continuities of other writers, and maybe the heads of Marvel don't like that, and you're kind of put in a spot where you got to use this thing. James Gunn said that in Guardians 2 they put Adam Warlock as the post-credit scene, but he felt like Adam Warlock didn't really fit for Guardians 3, but he had to put him in the movie because of the post-credit scene, and so he felt forced in that regard.
Okay.
So, that's my only thing about that is I think we should more standalone movies. Like I said, both are good movies. You should see both in theaters. They're both still in theaters.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch
that. You should go see Fantastic Four in IMAX. It makes a big difference with how Galactus. Yes.
Okay.
And it's a beautifully shot movie. It is.
Does it feel different from other Marvel movies, or does it fit right into that?
It feels like a family drama.
That the whole game, because the Fantastic Four are in a way their own family, even though they're different people, but because they got their powers on an accidental moment in space.
There's not a lot of action. I'll say the action's kind of lacking. Their usage of powers is like Invisible Woman shows herself off pretty well, but like Mr. Fantastic doesn't really do anything crazy with his stretchiness. There's not a lot of in the 2000s Fantastic Four, he's turning himself into like a water fountain. He's like wrapping himself around,
like how he does it in the comics.
Right. He's going underneath elevators,
or
and
like,
that's not
in Marvel Rivals. Like you see Mr. Fantastic in the game, like
you can tear it into a shield, exactly like that. So it's become a thing where like their powers aren't really shown off too well. At least Mr. Fantastic, Johnny Storm does get shown off well. He does look good. The Thing looks comic accurate.
That's why I was like hype about yes, finally a comic accurate Thing.
But I honestly really like the design of the 2000 Thing. I like the more caveman bulkier look. But overall, like I said, good movie. Not a great movie. I think maybe I will like it more as I watch it again. But I honestly think Superman, after recency bias is said and done, and I like rewatch it a couple of times, might be in my top 5 favorite movies of all time.
Oh, okay, Jesus.
So that's how much I appreciate and love that movie.
I have one more Fantastic Four question. I don't know if it was you, or maybe just like the general populace. How was Pedro Pascal's portrayal of Reed Richards?
That's another issue I have. So I close my eyes.
Okay.
I hear Reed Richards.
Okay.
I open my eyes. I see Pedro Pascal.
Okay.
I really wish he shaved the mustache. I understand he said he never was going to do it after Maxwell Lord and Wonder Woman 1984. But you have to understand that if he did shave the mustache and he had the full gray, he would have looked a lot like Mr. Fantastic, like Reed Richards in the comics.
Remember, some of the comics, Reed Richards did have a beard.
Right, he had a full-on beard. I don't know.
Okay.
He just kind of looks like Pedro Pascal, and maybe that's just a Pedro Pascal
fatigue.
Yeah,
that's the thing. It seems like everything that comes out, it's Pedro Pascal.
And so
is that how you pronounce it, Pascal?
I think so. But how are you saying it?
Pascal.
I mean, I'm not like criticizing. I'm curious.
But I mean, overall, I'll probably go see it again in theaters.
Really?
Before it ends.
I might watch it in the theaters at first, and then I'm just gonna wait until it hits on Disney Plus, and that's it.
Yeah.
I might just wait. Honestly, I feel like I missed it opening weekend, and I think
I'll wait until I'm on a flight sometime, and it's the only thing playing.
Oh, perfect! Right at the climax, the pilot, like
I honestly think you should see it in theaters if you have any given interest in it. Yeah, I would see it in IMAX. But yeah. Good, both great movies, both up and up for both franchises. I'm excited to see the future of both. I'm very excited for Avengers Doomsday. Dr. Doom is one of my favorite villains in comic lore. And I'm very excited for Supergirl and the continuance of the James Gunn DC universe.
Okay.
Yeah. So both are in a very prosperous spot. And I think what James Gunn said is we're not in a spot of superhero movie fatigue. We're in a spot of bad movie fatigue. And if we continue making just great movies,
like people won't get tired.
It's a bit of both, honestly. Like it's a new superhero movie like every month.
That's fair. I see that.
Well, and that's coming from somebody who doesn't enjoy the superhero genre as a whole.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoy some of it, and I agree with what he says sometimes. I think we're all superhero out of it.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit of both.
I just remembered, this is going a little bit off topic.
Go ahead.
Michael Bay is coming back as the director for the Transformers movies again.
That's going to be
in one hand, I hate
I'm not
it
going to watch.
Because if you've seen the designs from the Transformers, it's just scrap metal, paint, name. That's how it felt.
Yeah.
But on one hand,
I didn't like the Transformer movies. I know a lot of people hold good feeling for them or whatever. But
I love them, especially when Rise of the Beast came out. That's the first time I saw the Maximals in like a live CGI, especially Optimus Primal. So I was
I don't
actually
even know
hyped for
what
that.
Is that like a caveman
Is that the
version?
one with Mark Wahlberg in it?
I don't know.
Which one's that
I'm
one?
not a big Transformer guy.
I think I saw the first one, and that was
They
it.
made a Mark Wahlberg Transformer?
I think so.
Yeah,
Bruh.
yeah.
Is he the person or the car?
Person.
He's the in-between transition. Because Shia LaBeouf was in what, 2?
He was in the first 2, right?
Yeah, I think he's. And then after that, I don't know.
No, he was in the first 3.
Was it the third? Okay, I don't know if it was 2
the
or
third
3.
one, then the fourth one, Age of Extinction. It was Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah,
afterwards.
Okay.
But yeah, shout out Transformers, I guess. Shout out.
I just wanted to say that because it just clicked in my head like, oh,
Clicked in his head.
yeah.
There you go, Game Guru with some Showbiz Spotlight news. That'll probably be it for our show today.
Man, has it been an hour already? That's
Yeah, I
crazy.
know.
An hour and then some.
I know.
Hey, time flies.
It feels like 2.
Yeah, to the people sitting at home, this has felt like about a day and a half, but actually it's only been an hour.
It's like they're still talking about Superman.
It's fatigue.
Oh,